Hey Capricorn, what's up? Welcome to your weekly reading. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for all of your love and your support. It means the world to me. I appreciate you. We're going to see what's going on for you guys for this week ahead. See what you guys need to look out for, be aware of what the vibes are like. Yesterday I did ask you guys what earth sign should go first, and Capricorn won out of the poll. You guys really came through, so welcome Capricorn. Let's see what's going on for you, what you should look out for, what you should be aware of, what the vibes are like for this next week or so, the next 7 days, give or take. What's going on for Capricorn, please? Show me clearly, Spirit. What do my Capricorns need to know or be aware of? If you'd like to book a private reading with me, the info's in the description box down below. And make sure you leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new here. I greatly appreciate it. So first card out, we have the Lizard. Love that card. What else is going on for Capricorn for this week? Give me two more, representing the vibes, the energy that Capricorn is in. What's going on for Capricorn? Any messages for Capricorn? You guys are quiet. You guys are quiet. Wonder why. What's going on for Capricorn for this week ahead? Did we have a card flip out? Nope. Okay. You guys, what the hell? Unicorn. Oh yeah, you're in some deep introspective energy this next week or so. We just had the eclipse in Scorpio. I know that energy was pretty intense. We got Pluto retrograding. We're still in Mercury retrograde. We got a lot of transits in the air, in the stars. There's a lot of movement. There's a lot of like just contemplation, a lot of thinking, a lot of reflecting, a lot of imagining. So I'm not surprised that this is kind of your energy that's showing up here for this week ahead. It's like you probably, you might benefit from just some alone time or just having some space to be by yourself or just to be in your element or just to be like your most authentic self, right? If you can have people around you that honor that support you on that, great. But if not, I do see you needing to kind of like backtrack or withdraw your energy and really just focus on your passions and your creativity. This would be a great week for creative endeavors or starting new projects or, really just letting loose, having fun, being playful, and like reconnecting to the things that you love to do, that you maybe used to love doing as a child or growing up, or like really just finding some hobbies and staying kind of busy, but like about just like you, like Spirit's saying like this week ahead, you need to focus on you and like your passions. We have the octopus out here, so there might be people around you, friends, family, business, work, romance, people that are demanding a lot. And it can feel very stressful or very overwhelming, especially when you want to do the things that you want to do. You want to, start that project. You want to finish what you started. You want to carve time out to do something that you love. But oh my God, I'm being demanded of so many different things. I got all this pressure, all these responsibilities, all these things people are asking or demanding or expecting out of me. And it's exhausting. And so you might be spreading yourself a little too thin lately, or even this week, you do need to watch out for that. Some of you guys need to get better at saying no. Maybe picking up a bit of like a people pleaser energy where you just want to make sure that everybody's okay. You don't want to disappoint anyone. You don't want to let anybody down, but like don't let yourself down in the process just to make other people happy. Like you're not here to serve everyone and to, you're living your freaking life, Capricorn, and you got to put yourself first. And how can you help anybody else out if you can't even help yourself, So it kind of seems like you're trying to blend in this week, right, with the Lizard. Notice how he's blending in. It's like you're trying to just like blend in. Don't notice me. Don't look at me. I'm not here. Don't mind me. No one notice me, please. Like, it seems like you're trying to like shy away from any attention, or it's like you're pulling back, or that's this vibe that I'm picking up here with these two cards. Is like you're kind of just trying to blend in so that no one comes to you or no one bombards you or disturbs your peace, because you're in this deep introspective mode here with the unicorn. You're really letting your mind wander, or you're really letting your mind like open and expand to the possibilities, and you're thinking a lot about the future. You're also doing a lot of thinking about yourself, your existence, your life, the path that you're on. Why am I here? What is this? Like, what the heck is Earth? Like what is the whole point of anything? Like, this is a very like deep, reflective, introspective kind of mode, and like just the thoughts that you might be having could be very like mind-boggling, or just like things that are very difficult to wrap your head around, or like, you know, more of taboo topics that you wouldn't normally talk about with just like anybody. It would be someone who is open-minded like you, who would get you and not call you crazy. So this unicorn energy is kind of like the ones that get it, the ones that don't, and you might feel like you're sticking out like a sore thumb, and you're like, I just want to blend in, I don't want to be noticed, and that's the thing with the unicorn, right? They got this big ass horn on their face, and it's almost kind of like you're this unicorn in this reading. You're like, I just wish I didn't have this horn. I wish I could just be a horse like everybody else. It's like you could be going through some sort of like awakening this week, or just really doing some deep shadow work, and you're like, man, why did my soul pick this life? Why did I choose to wake up? Why can't I just, because once you be awake, once you are woke, like once you are now consciously aware that, hey, this whole life that we're living is not everything, or like whatever, we could go on and on about this, but like once you realize that you can't put the blinders on, you can't just go back to how life used to be, post awakening. It's like you're kind of just like wishing, like, man, I wish I could just remove this horn and go back to the old ways where I was just kind of like ignorant in my own little bubble. I never thought this way or thought things so deeply. It's it's a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing and a curse. It's beautiful, it's great, it's amazing, but it's also, it can be very heavy or like lonely or intense, or it can be a lot, right? Once you are aware of certain things, it's like now it's like you can't shrink your brain. You can't shrink your knowing, even your consciousness, right? Your consciousness is constantly expanding and growing and raising your vibration, right? And so it's like you can't shrink it. So it's like you took your blindfold off, you're like, can I just put it back on? But it's like you can try and put it back on, but it's still never going to be the same, But yeah, there's like a lot of like mental brain, mind, thinking. I'm feeling it like literally my third eye. Like my third eye feels tired. Like I feel like pressure in the middle of my head. So someone is really tapping into that energy this week. And maybe that's kind of started around the full moon in Scorpio, which was like on 5/5, which is portal day, right? 5 representing change, transformation, shit like that. So maybe it's linked to that day. It doesn't have to be, but it's even just the energy that's at play. It just got you thinking about a lot. And what better way than to find something to channel this energy into, or your creative juices are flowing. And so it's like you got great ideas, like your mastermind over here, whoever I'm speaking to, you are a freaking mastermind, man with a plan, or woman with a plan, or whatever. But it's just like you got to act on your ideas. You got to believe in the impossible. And you might even need to step outside of your comfort zone too, right? Because how the lizard, he's kind of like blending in. It's just like maybe you're needing to stand out, right? You're needing to embrace your differences. You're needing to embrace your uniqueness. You're needing to embrace who you are, instead of trying to just like shrink yourself or mold yourself or try to fit in with the crowd. It's like, fuck no. Like, it's about breaking that barrier, breaking the mold, something like that. It's beautiful. It's very like deep, Capricorn. I'm loving this energy. So let's get into the tarot. Let's get the details. But yeah, it's like a lot of like deep introspective kind of vibe so far this week. Like, okay, wow. Pluto retrograde, y'all. It's gonna be, oh my god, it's gonna hit your sign again in like a few months, I think, or like, I don't know when exactly, but because Pluto's been in Aquarius for a few months, and it was a nice little break, and now it's gonna be moving back into your sign again. This 10-year plus, give or take, cycle, it's not quite over, but almost. It's got about 6 more months of this stuff. So whatever. All right, let's get into this for Capricorn for the week ahead. What do they need to know, be aware of, look out for? Any messages for Capricorn? Okay, we got the 2 of Swords out here. You're being challenged, or there's like people challenging you, or people that are in your life that are adding My stomach is growling. Oh my god, all of a sudden my stomach's starting to growl. I was like, bitch, I just had lunch. Like, I don't need to eat anymore. We have 7 of Pentacles reversed. Sorry guys, I'm getting distracted. There's like a challenge or a delay here. I'm feeling like people are kind of blocking you a bit. What's going on? Did we have a card flip out? Nope. Okay. What's going on for Capricorn for this week ahead? Oh shit. Okay. That's a freaking stack here. Okay, but I feel like we should keep this. Yes. Okay, Spirit. I hear you. We're gonna go with it. We're keeping it like this. How these cards came out. All right. Yeah. So 2 of Swords and the 7 of Pentacles reverse. Something is being challenged, something that you're working towards, or something that you're trying to call in or manifest, something you've been waiting for. It's like you've been facing a lot of challenges or a lot of delays, or, you know, 1 step forward, 3 steps back, 5 steps forward, 8 steps back. It's like really frustrating because it's like every single time that you think you're making, every single time that you are experiencing growth, it's like for some reason you keep getting pulled back, or there's someone getting in the way, or there's definitely an other energy that's around you that's been like affecting you or getting in the way of some sort of progress or movement. Again, same with like the lizard and the octopus. Just like, I want to go create, I want to go write, I want to sing, I want to draw, I want to dance, I want to do this thing. But then, oh my god, I can't because this person's just calling me up. Oh, I gotta cover for this person's shift, or oh, I got this obligation, or I got this demand, or I got this person asking me for that, or this person asked me, can you give me a ride, or can you do this, can you, and then so it's just like constantly blocking and getting in the way of your magic, your mojo, and it's just like, well then what's the freaking point, right? So that's kind of the vibe where it's like you just keep getting interrupted. There's interruptions here, and it's like very limiting. Even, okay, so then we have the 2 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. So again, 2 2s, by the way. Also 2 7s. So 7s and 2s seem to be a number that you might be seeing or might be reoccurring for whoever I'm speaking to. Keep your eyes peeled for that. But yeah, it's like you also have a decision, or you could be weighing out a choice here. And whatever this decision's about, I see that you're really in your head, or you're feeling nervous or anxious, or you're feeling limited, or even with your options, you're trying to figure out what's going to be the best, and you feel like neither one is what you want. You're like, I don't want that, and I don't want that, and I feel like I have no other choice, or I feel like I'm backed into a corner, and no matter if I go left or right, I'm still unhappy, or this is still not what I want or desire. It's just like, yeah, that's the vibe. That's the vibe. You're just like, what the heck do I do? What do I do? Oh my god. Because you feel stuck, you feel restricted, you feel like you're not making progress, and it's very like up and down. There's some inconsistencies here. And you're like worrying, is this how it's going to be? Is it going to just stay this way? These inconsistencies. Is this how this path is going to be? Because if that is, I can't even speak, then maybe I should just give up. Because 7 of Pentacles reverse can talk about giving up or walking away, or just like choosing to no longer wait or invest or give your energy into something. So you're wondering if something's worth the fight or worth the effort, because it just seems like you're kind of wondering, like, is the universe trying to redirect me to something else? Like, am I forcing this? Am I forcing this path? Am I forcing this manifestation? Well, no, but also sometimes redirect. So like, that's a question you and I both have. Right? We'll get to the bottom of that. Are you forcing it? Maybe you are. Maybe you aren't. Maybe there's something maybe there's a block that you got to remove, or maybe this is something that's redirecting you to something better. We'll see, Capricorn. But you're kind of stuck right now. You're like, I don't know what to fucking do. Like, same. Me reading these cards, I'm like, same. I don't know what you're going to do either. That's why we're going to continue to look into this and talk about these cards and translate this message here, okay? But yeah, right now, 7 of Wands, you might be feeling pressure from people, from just like external world, and also that whole vibe of, oh my god, I wish I was just like all the other horses. I wish I didn't have this unicorn horn sticking on my head, making me so obvious and making me stand out. It's kind of like people are very drawn to your energy when you are vibrating on like high ass frequency. You are drawing people in. Look at this King of Pentacles to this Knight of Swords. Look at this, right? You're gold. You shine like so bright, and people are drawn to you. Look at how like this Knight of Swords is moving towards this King of Pentacles, right? King of Pentacles is someone who's stable, someone who's loyal, committed, and like they are of high value, right? Very high valuable. And there's people here who see your value, and they're constantly like making these demands, or they're coming at you, or they're attacking you, or you're attracting good energy. You're also attracting not so good energy, right? When you are of high value, you attract the good and the bad. And so that's where you got to use your discernment to decipher what is worthy of your energy, your action, your, like reactions. Because you might, it's just like how life is, right? It's just how it is, because not everybody's gonna like you, right? With the 7 of Wands, you might be different than the rest, and that, fuck them, who cares? Be different. It's better that way. We're all not meant to be cookie cutters and, the same. Otherwise, that's just so boring. That's so lame. Like, I don't know. So embrace your authenticity. Dude, I cannot speak today, and also I have something in my eye, it's really bugging me, so I think it's gone now. Okay, good, because I wear contacts, so there's something that was like poking my eye. It was very annoying. So you're gonna have like communication to deal with probably this week, where you need to be firm with your boundaries, because again, I'm getting this vibe where people are asking, not even asking, I feel like people are just demanding or assuming. They're not even, it's like people showing up to your house assuming that you're just gonna let them walk in, or like, hey, I'm here, let me in for coffee, let me in for lunch. It's like, bitch, did I invite you? Did I invite you? Oh, well, you don't look busy. I am busy. To you, your version of busy might be different than my version of busy, but I'm busy. It's like people are like, why aren't you answering your phone? Why aren't you responding to my texts, my emails? It's like people, especially nowadays, people assume that you gotta like respond immediately. Otherwise, oh my god, they're ghosting. It's like everyone has their own life, It's not personal. It's like you got your own shit. You're busy. But people are like making these demands, thinking like you have to immediately respond or give them what they want. It's just very demanding, and it's also coming from a place of like delusion here. Also, because this Knight of Swords is with this Knight of Cups. And in this deck, the Knight of Cups is very much like a dreamer, right? This is someone who imagines a lot and kind of just jumps to conclusions and kind of just, exaggerates a bit. And it's like there's this person, or there's an individual, or there could be multiple people who are just like imagining that what they want, you're just automatically gonna give it to them. It's like, and that's the thing, you probably have given it to them in the past, right? As a King of Pentacles, this is a natural provider. You naturally, it's like you have extra, so naturally you want to share, you want to be generous, right? And so in the past, when you've been giving and you're like, okay, yeah, yes, okay, I'll do this thing, I'll take that on, or I'll help you, or and you did that because you generally want to help people. You want to be there and support others, and like you want to raise people up to be on your freaking level as this King of Pentacles. He wants everyone to thrive. He doesn't want to see anybody, suffer. He's a natural leader. And so these people are like, I'm getting people. Like, this is people around you, whether they're close to you, whether they're strangers, whether they know a little bit about you, or they know your whole freaking life story. It's like there's always different people who have these expectations on you that you are going to just fulfill their needs. And it's just like, that's where you have to come into play with establishing and setting boundaries and like knowing your limits. And it's about finding the balance of give and take, right? Because I'm not just saying, okay, Capricorn, cut them all off and give them nothing. It's like, no, right? But give, but within reasoning. Don't just like give yourself away to don't just sell your soul either. Like, don't sell your soul. That's another message. Like, I don't know who this is for, but like, don't be selling your soul for approval, for acceptance, just to be liked. Like, don't be doing that shit, Capricorn. It's not worth it. Don't want to dip into that devil. I don't know. That's like this vibe this week. This is the vibe I'm seeing for you. You might have a romantic interest come in, right? Because of course, Knight of Cups is obviously, this is a lover too. It could definitely represent that there's a lover involved, or that there's someone here who thinks a lot about you. There's definitely, I would say, Capricorn, there's someone who thinks about you a lot. There's someone who dreams about you or imagines their life with you, and they could be expressing it too with this Knight of Swords. But even that, it's like coming from a very forceful way. It's like, it's just not in the way that you would want to be approached. It's like, approach me properly, talk to me nice, or don't talk at all, you know, like like, I don't know, it just feels it's a bit more. I think that's why we have the Seven of Wands out here, because this is a very like awkward energy. If it was maybe a different card, like maybe with the Sun was out here, or the Ten of Cups, I'd be like, oh, this feels very like loving, or this feels supportive. But with the Seven of Wands out here in this combo, I'm like, yeah, it just feels like it's very awkward, and you kind of feel like you owe them, or you kind of feel like you gotta deal with it, or tolerate it, or accept it, or just kind of bend to it. And it's just like, you don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. And maybe that's a test for you this week. Yeah. So I kind of feel like, because I don't really think we need to clarify that. Kind of just feel like we should clarify, or not, what we don't really need to clarify. I just feel like Spirit, we need some advice for you, because we're already at like 21 minutes. So what advice do we got for Capricorn in regards to this energy that they're dealing with? How should they handle this here? Okay, because your reading is like heavy earth and air, and like a tiny little bit of water and a tiny little bit of fire. So it's a lot of like physical, because earth represents the material physical world, and then air represents our mind. So it's like how you operate, what you're thinking, and how you are showing up with action. So your thoughts that turn into action, and then how other people are receiving that. So yeah, that's kind of like this week ahead. I don't really see it's too emotional or fiery. It's more earthy air. Okay, anyways, what advice do we have for Capricorn? How should Capricorn handle this situation, or anything else Capricorn should? Okay, Queen of Swords. Be firm, be stern, don't let anybody cross you. Be a sharp shooter. Don't be afraid to ask or to set your boundaries, or, you know, just like, don't be afraid to speak your mind or speak your truth, or put a bitch in a place, you know. The Queen of Swords, she's not afraid to take her blade and remove or clear or cut out anything that's blocking her. Okay, what advice we got for Capricorn? How to handle this energy for this week ahead? Five of Swords reversed. Don't guilt yourself. That's something that some of you are getting better at doing, right? Because you've been tolerating a lot of this for far too long, and you probably have let people like woggle. It shows, right? Weak boundaries. You've kind of like tolerated unfair treatment. It's just about making the game fair, fair play, you know. And so this is about like guilt-free, like establishing these boundaries guilt-free without feeling sorry, or like it's just like too bad so sad, tough love kind of situation. You might need to react in more of like the tough love kind of way, even if like if you're a parent too. That could be for someone like. All right, any advice for Capricorn on how to handle this energy? Two of Cups. Any other? And the King of Cups. Yeah, use your discernment, right? Use your discernment with this Queen of Swords. Use your discernment, because there are a lot of loving people, a lot of love in your life. There's a lot of people who you have love for, that you care for, that you don't want to just like get up and abandon or leave behind, but you recognize that, yeah, there are some things that got to change here in this dynamic or in some relationships. There's a lot of love and there's nice exchange. Also notice 222 showing up consistently in your reading. But it's about being heard, it's about being understood, it's about being respected. And that's very important that you have that in all of your relationships, right? You got to have that so that you can have healthy connections and so that no one gets hurt. So even with this Five of Swords reverse, this can represent clearing up any miscommunications or issues. It can bring very healing energy. So I definitely see that is kind of like your advice is like, be firm with your boundaries, be loving. You don't need to be a prick. You don't need to be an asshole, right? You can come across and say these things in like a gentle and loving way, but don't let anybody guilt you. Don't let anybody like try to manipulate you or like, you know, and don't feel like you have to be accepted or whatever by anybody. Like, fuck them. Okay, so that's your reading, Capricorn, for the week ahead. I hope this was helpful and insightful. If it was, let me know in the comments below. Leave a like, subscribe, comment. If you'd like to book a private reading with me, the info's in the description box. And yeah, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.